Jesus, he says, he begins to focus on what a healthy relationship with God looks like. But look at where he starts. This is fascinating. Verse 17, Matthew 5:17 through 20. Jesus says this, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Therefore, whoever relaxes one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Now, why? Why does Jesus begin with the law? Why is it that when Jesus begins to detail out what a healthy relationship with God looks like, why does he start with the law? The reason is because Jesus sees the law for what it truly is. It's the character of God. We tend to see the law in a negative way. We tend to see it as a set of rules to be followed. But Jesus sees it for what it is. We see the law in a negative way because we just see one side of the law. That's why Jesus says he came to fulfill the law. He says, "Do not think I've come to abolish the law or the prophets. I've not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." It's interesting that Jesus is clearing up a misunderstanding or a potential misunderstanding, and he's doing it so early in his ministry. "Do not think that I've come to abolish the law or the prophets." Jesus knew. He knew that the grace and the forgiveness that he would bestow, he knew how strict the people at that time had become, and how strict they enforced the law. And he knew that as he gave people grace and offered forgiveness, that people might begin to think that the laws of God didn't matter at all. Jesus wants us to be certain that forgiveness does not nullify the laws of God. Jesus knew that he was going to show the world that the love of God is greater than sin, that the love of God is greater than all the laws which we've broken. But don't think that because God's love is so great, that his law can be ignored.